All right, let's jump right in. The 1 lakh rupee question. You know, that number? It's a huge goal for so many of us, a real milestone. I've been there and I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out the real, practical ways to make it happen. So today, we're going to cut through all the noise and build a realistic roadmap to get you there.
This number right here, 1 lakh rupees a month. For some, it means financial stability. For others, it's about freedom. Whatever it means to you, it's the target we're aiming for today, and we're going to break down exactly how you can approach it.
But let's be super clear about one thing. This is not some get-rich-quick scheme. Earning a consistent 6-figure income every month, well, that takes a strategy. So what we've done is boil it all down into 4 very different, but very real, pathways you can actually take.
So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll look at the digital hustle. Then, we'll explore the entrepreneurial route with an online storefront. After that, it's the low-investment referral route. And finally, the traditional investor's game. And at the very end, we'll put them all head-to-head so you can figure out which one really fits you.
Okay, let's get into our first path, the digital hustle. This is all about using skills that businesses right now are absolutely desperate for. We're talking about tangible things, like building automations, managing online communities, or even testing new apps and games. This path is for the doers, the builders, the ones who love solving problems.
So what kind of skills are we really talking about here? Well, take a look. Automation services, game testing, community management, these aren't just vague ideas. I actually know someone who started managing Discord communities for a few crypto projects and now makes a steady income from just 2 clients. The whole key is to find a niche where your skill solves a real painful problem for a business.
Let's really dig into automation services for a sec because this is a massive opportunity. Just imagine you own a small bakery. You probably waste an hour every single day manually sending WhatsApp reminders for cake orders. Now, what if you could set up a simple system that does that for you automatically? You'd free up an hour every single day. That's what you're selling. You're selling back people's time and giving them peace of mind.
And you know what? The path to starting is actually surprisingly simple. First, you just talk to business owners and find their biggest time wasters. Second, you learn some easy-to-use no-code tools to solve those problems. Third, you build a few quick demos to show off what you can do. And finally, you start finding clients and delivering real, tangible value.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. How you actually get paid. When you're just starting out, you'll probably do project-based work. Charge a good one-time fee to build up your portfolio. But the real goal? That should be to move to a retainer model. This gives you stable, recurring income. I mean, think about it. Just get 7 to 10 clients paying you a monthly fee, and boom, you've hit that 1 lakh goal with predictable cash flow.
All right, let's switch gears and move on to our second path, the online storefront. If you've got that entrepreneurial bug, then this one is definitely for you. We're going to talk specifically about a super popular e-commerce model called dropshipping. So what in the world is dropshipping? It's actually a pretty genius idea. The huge advantage is that you can run an entire online store without ever buying or storing any inventory yourself. Your job is to focus on marketing and customer service. But, and this is a big but, the downside is you have less control over things like shipping times and product quality. So it's a trade-off really, between low startup costs and how much control you have.
Success in dropshipping often comes down to picking the right niche. This chart shows some of the really hot areas in India right now. But let's get even more specific. Inside health and wellness, maybe you sell eco-friendly yoga mats. Or in home improvement, you could sell unique LED lighting solutions. See, the real money isn't in the big, broad category. It's in finding that one specific product that solves a real problem for someone.
Now, the earning potential here can be seriously high, but we have to be realistic. This chart shows a journey, not a guarantee. Hitting these kinds of numbers, especially in your first year, is tough. It takes serious marketing skills. I'm talking about running social media ads, writing great product descriptions, and actually building a brand. You've got to be ready to put in the work to see this kind of success.
Okay, let's move on to path number 3, the referral route. Now, this is probably the most accessible path we're going to talk about today. Why? Because it requires almost zero upfront investment and it uses something you already have, your network.
The whole idea behind this path is captured perfectly right here. It's about supplementing your income with minimal effort. This isn't about building a huge business from scratch. It's about making money from your existing network through programs that big, reputable companies offer. It's a really low-risk way to get your feet wet.
So just how simple is it? Well, let's use the IDFC First Bank program as an example of how these things usually work. As you can see, the process is designed to be super easy. You download an app, You register and you get a special link to track your referrals. And look, IDFC First Bank is just one company doing this. Tons of others in banking, insurance, even software have similar programs. It's definitely worth doing your own research to see which products make sense for your network.
And now for our final path, the investor's game. This is the classic dream, right? Making your money work for you. It's the path to true passive income. But, as we're about to see, it comes with a very high price of admission.
This is the $1,000,000 question, or I guess the 1 lakh a month question. We all dream of living off our investments. But if you really want to generate 1 lakh rupees every single month just from the returns on safe things like government bonds or FDs, how much money do you actually need to have saved up? Just take a guess.
There it is, 2.4 crore rupees. That's what it takes to generate 12 lakhs a year. And that's assuming a pretty conservative 5% return after taxes. It's a sobering number, right? And it immediately shows you why, for most of us, this path is a long-term goal, not a starting point.
And even if you have that kind of capital, it's not like you can just set it and forget it. There are major risks. First, there's inflation, which means your 1 lakh per month will buy less and less every year. And then there's reinvestment risk. That means when your fixed deposit matures in, say, 10 years, interest rates could be way lower, which would actually shrink your income. So, we've walked through 4 completely different paths: the hustle, the storefront, the referral, and the investment. Now let's bring it all together and see how they really stack up side by side. This table right here, this is the ultimate summary, and this is where you should really pay attention. It breaks down each path by 4 key things: the startup cost, how long it might take to make a profit, the level of risk involved, and the main skill you need. So for example, look at the digital hustle. Low startup cost, but you need high skill. Compare that to the referral route. 0 startup cost and low risk, but it all depends on your network. This is that at-a-glance view to help you find your fit.
So we end right back where we started. The goal is still 1 lakh rupee a month. But as we've seen, every single path demands a different kind of price, whether it's your time, your skill, your capital, or the amount of risk you take on. So the real question isn't just how to earn it, but which price you are willing and able to pay. Choose your path wisely.